Whoop, whoop. What's up, Bearcats? We're here. We're hanging. We're chilling. I got to adjust this real quick. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. You know what that means, pal. It's the HMG Dynamite Watch Along and Belt Count. Make sure you sign your NDA and get your belt count predictions in, pal. Whoop, whoop. So, yeah, I think I'm going for 10 tonight, pal. And we're live, pal. Whoop, whoop. As always, a pleasure getting to hang and chill with you guys. It is literally the highlight of my day. That's what I always come home. Always look forward to coming home to. It's just watching some goofy, dumb wrestling and hanging out with the HMG fam and Bearcats. Whoop, whoop. Hey, it's Paul the Shooter, pal. What's up? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. Hope you had a good day. You go for 9? Good shit, pal. I think should probably go put this out on the Facebook page, too.
Excuse themselves and they will seek comfort. Not addressing the real problem. You don't want it. You don't. We will scorch the earth with anybody who wants to call themselves a contender before we get a single inch. Not an inch. This is my life's work, and it will not be bought or sold. Knack and Nick Jackson have returned. Interesting. Power players in pro wrestling's new gilded age. Let's do a little who's who. I'm surrounded by warriors. I'm the world champion, the king on the front lines. You two. Well, I don't recognize you two anymore. For a long time, you've stumbled onto a board and you don't know what the game is. You better figure it out. You better be real careful. Better be real careful before you make any moves.
Well, as you can see, Jon Moxley remains the AEW World Champion after a very eventful evening this past Sunday at Dynasty, but he is stepping right back into battle here tonight in our opening contest. Yeah, it's been for a serious fight. I can assure you of that. A real battle. How about the words of war?
All right, so what's going on here now, pal? Whoop, whoop.
Outside, but there's a briefcase which we can assume the world belt is in.
My Shibata. Yo, what's up, lab rat? You going for 8 belts? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop, yeet. Hope you had a good hump day, pal.
All business, Katsuhiro Shibata. And I believe Jon Moxley's aware, very much of Shibata, his long legacy career, and what he's capable of as these guys try to get inside control with some pummeling. For those that don't know what that is, it's you're trying to gain inside control. Gotcha. I think it's very interesting, Taz, that obviously we talked about the great roster that we have in AEW, but everybody was floundering, and And as he's doing that, we're showing the ops beat members of the Death Rider into the entryway. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like he didn't even know what he was talking about, in a way.
And we know tonight's main event, Taz, it will be Hook and Samoa Joe taking on two-thirds of the AEW World Trios champions in Claudio Castagnoli and Will Yuta. Katsuyori Shibata, nice head scissors there on the world champion. Shibata, who, we've talked about it at length, but if you're a new viewer, Taz, it suffered what was thought to be a career-threatening and almost life-threatening injury competing in Japan almost 8 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a miracle of man that's not just with us, but competing at such a high level. Right now it's called.
The resilience
Like, why is this match happening?
John Moxley now waistlock in Moxley go back up for vertical base.
I'm sure you want to play a back game next time here with Shibata. I'm telling you,
He's known as the wrestler.
if you go on the mat, man, really, really well. Almost a double wrist lock there by Mox. And Mox, well versed in jiu-jitsu, so he knows what he's doing. But still, it's tough with a guy like Shibata. First time ever these two gentlemen have met. Marina Shafir plays dangerous. Looks on. Very dangerous.
This doesn't make any. I mean,
Right now, Mox trying to
I can kind of understand because the ops got involved at Dynasty, but like, why are we opening the show with this?
John Moxley will
Unless this is going somewhere,
he's using that to good effect to back.
but I doubt it. Hey, what's up, Jay Hall? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop. Hope you had a good hump day. Always a pleasure. Yeet.
He's giving ground. Moves to the midsection. Moxley changes levels. Comes in. Right at the boot into the side of the face. Katsuyori Shibata. It's thrown Shibata with that boot to the face. Moxley backs up a second one. Shibata just ate that one. And a guy twists his own head.
All right, so Shibata's Superman.
But well done with that. Get that rear choke, rear chin lock there. Abdominal stretch is cinched in on the champion. So you see at the bottom of your screen our main event, the Death Riders, Yuta and Claudio taking on Samoa Joe and Hook. Shibata changes her grip now. Flying octopus hold, Machikatami, whatever you want to call it. Got it locked in good. Shibata.
Lisa, why is that the main event instead of that is a weird. Why not make it an 8-man tag? Swerving the ops against the Death Riders. Like, that should be the main event tonight. Yeah, sounds like it, man. Dumb. So dumb. This dude does not know how to write a wrestling show. I'm sorry. Or I should say write and structure a wrestling show. Wrestling television show. Yeah, like some weird ass Mad Lib or something.
somehow. The thumb to the eye is what did it. It did. It definitely assisted and captured that win. No disrespect to the world champion, but it definitely helps.
All right, guys. I have a confession to make. It has not been me booking the shows. I actually let me just show you. And it's a whole yeah, and you do the manatees and the balls. All right, so this was good. So this is going somewhere. It shows it took a little bit longer than necessary to get there.
Maybe we're going to get some answers here, hopefully. What happened on Sunday? Yeah, this could go any way here, guys. Any way at all.
Dude, I would pop if they did that. That would be so damn funny.
Respect from the founding fathers of all elite wrestling, your MVPs. Definitely founding fathers. It's not right. Everyone, the whole world, they're wondering why in the hell did you guys do what you did on Sunday? Why did you cost Swerve that heavyweight championship? Well, we got a couple good reasons why we did what we did. First of all, one, we did it for our good friend. Hey man, Adam Page, you're welcome, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Todd? Good to see you, pal. Hey, yo. Whoop, whoop. Hope you had a good hump day. Yeet.
You see, we do not forget who our friends are. We still love you, Adam Page, and we know you love
Cool.
us.
Got you marked down. Whoop, whoop. All right, so we got Todd at 8, Lab Rat at 8, Paul at 9, and I'm at 10.
Moxley, I wish you would have stuck around to hear this, but I'm not afraid to say it in front of the world. That's okay. John Moxley, Death Riders, what we did for you, we consider a peace offering. We've got no problem with you. I hope you've got no problem.
And it's that Jerome at 7. Whoop, whoop.
For months and months and months. We realized by watching you guys, we've got more in common than you think. You want to rise to the occasion, just like us. You want AEW to be the best company in the world, just like us. John, Death Riders, you want to change the world, just like us.
Me either. Me either. I have not heard one positive thing to say about that. Not one. Zip. Zero. Nothing. Nada.
You succeeded in taking over AEW, and you even got the AEW World Championship title. We couldn't do that. So, last Sunday was our elevator pitch to you. Team synergy. And the Death Riders and the Elite work together as one. John Moxley, the world champion, and the AEW founding fathers to EVPs together. So, John, I'm asking you to come back out here with your boys and let's further discuss a little bit of business.
Bye-bye. Whoop, whoop. All right, and it makes sense that Kenny Omega would come out because he'd be like, what the fuck, guys? And no belt. He didn't bring the belt with him. I gotta give him props for that.
So you did this all for your friends, huh? Box hanger. You forgot to do me. Actually, I remember the last time we met. And if memory serves me correctly, it's when at the height of my diverticulitis, you pushed me off a stretcher that was taking me to the hospital. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I never forgot. And I actually forgave you. When I came back to AEW, I said, first and foremost, what I was doing was for my legacy and for the safety of this company, not for revenge. What we're trying to do here is bring back the feeling. And now, I hate to divert from the story here, guys, but allow me to tell you guys a story. I used to have this friend back in high school. He had these 2 Shih Tzu dogs. Now, it doesn't really matter the type, but I mean, they're yappy as all heck. Ugly little butts too, but that's okay. I'm an animal lover and I love them. Every time I went to his place, we'd play some video games. They would take a dookie on the floor. He never cared. And those 2 little Shih Tzus, oh boy, were they ever pleased with themselves. But then as time went by and more dookie kept collecting on the floor and the stains left behind were getting more evident and pungent, I had to say, hey, pal, maybe we move this over to my place. And that is a lot like what you guys, without having me around, was like in AEW. Saw you on AEW television.
Where you been, pal?
Documents like that's supposed to be some big incriminating thing you guys were trying to cover up. Guys, I'm going to spoil the surprise right here, right now. We all know how these guys live. We all know exactly how they operate. They love bragging about their earnings. They love bragging about their money. Yes, you were tearing up receipts of private jets, of the chair that you put in your master bedroom facing the bed, the OnlyFans account. But
So he basically just called them cucks.
The part that matters, the part that really pisses me off, if it wasn't because of the Death Riders, it was because of you 2 that almost killed the company that I gave my very life, my heart, and my soul for.
Hey-o!
That time off has done you one.
Young cucks, yes. Whoop, whoop, yeah, pal.
Matt, I mean, sure, you look like a son of that low-cut V-neck, but geez, man, lay off the hot stuff. You look about as red as Nick's lapels.
All right, so now Kenny's like just kind of sort of said he's on the accused one of them of being on the juice.
Quite frankly, now that we've gotten to this point,
Like he just flat out, like not flat out, but like very heavily hinted that one of them's taking steroids.
let's just cut out the middleman, and I'll just come in the ring and we'll fight. Whoa.
Get me Okada, pal. I never saw that, so yeah, that's actually kind of funny. Yeah, that is kind of odd, but at the same time, they are still technically EVPs. They never lost their positions. Ah, yeah. So I remember Ben talking about it on one of the shows. I forgot which one of the which one of the locker rooms. I forgot which one. Yeah, Deuce, get some climate change advice to the AVPs, pal. Whoop whoop.
Shotgun ready to blast off the freaking EVPs. You couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? I tell you.
How convenient that you got Pac running in to attack Swerve from behind, and then referees is conveniently right there for their match. Like those are the kind of things you need to tighten up. Like I liked the whole idea of Swerve's cut. He runs in, he cuts, then he starts cutting his promo, and then he gets jumped by Pac, but the refs immediately right there to start their match. Like that should have went on for a little bit. Like that should have been executed a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. Like I liked the idea, could have been executed a lot better. Yeah, get me blind ref Jones, pal. All right, time to finish these chicken wings off. Got me the My Hut box for dinner, pal. Whoop whoop. Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. A pay-per-views being any show being that long is insane. It's like a lot of the boys are traveling. It's like, come on, let's get the show over so we can get out of here. There were a few times I've wrestled for Ian Rotten on the pre-shows. This is back like 2013, 2014, I want to say, around that time. Dude, shows would start at like 7:30, end at like anywhere from 11 to 1 a.m. We still, and then after the shows were over, we still had to stick around to help break down the ring and put it on the truck. Yeah, hold my. Sorry, something went down some of the wrong pipe, pal. Yeah, hold my beer. Yeah, that too. No joke. This actually happened. So I want to say it was one of those Ian Rotten shows that I was on. Whoop whoop! What's up, Darkside? Good to see you, pal. Hope your hump day was a good one. Yeet yeet. I think it was one of those Ian Rotten shows. We were coming back from it, and because it was my car that we were driving, I had to drop everybody off at our meetup point. So by the time I got back into town, I dropped everybody off. I immediately drove into work with 10 minutes to spare before I had to clock on. This is after the show, the road trip, dropping everybody off. All right, going to work. Yeah, that's insane, dude. That's insane. Shows should never ever be that long. Like that's great. That's beyond fuck, pal. Yeah, that is kind of a. Yeah, it does kind of seem like they're trying to struggle to put something together to make this make sense. Which, yeah, they're trying to. I think what they're trying to do is they realize, okay, this Death Riders thing is dead in the water, but we got to see it through to its conclusion. What can we do to at least give it some sort of shot in the arm to get it across the finish line? That's what I think the whole Young Bucks thing is about. Yep, just shoehorn them right in, pal.
Something with Mac's foot or ankle.
Yep. It definitely looked like it was being set up that Shane McMahon was going to be the one pulling the Death Rider strings, but then it fell through because TK ghosted him. But the thing is, they should have pivoted when that happened, not drug it out and not really go anywhere. That's a good question. She might be off TV just for a little bit, selling the injury from last week. Which, if they're doing that, I got to give them credit because they're actually selling something for once. Oh, you're all good, Lab Rat. I don't think you could have expected this to happen. You weren't looking at their booking sheet. You didn't know this was going to happen. Pizza Hut got the My Hut box. I also happen to have some extra points that I spend on some free cheese sticks. So yeah, I got the My Hut box and cheese sticks for like $9. Can't complain about that. Yeah, it was a matter of when, not if. Exactly. Well, I still got the cheese sticks. Yeah. All right, I like this. Like $400,000 on the line. Okay, there's now stakes on the match. Okay.
The captain now. The captain. Gentlemen, the word of the day, entrepreneurial. Because tonight, fellas, we have an opportunity to split $400. What you gonna do with $100,000? Out. What you say? Buy myself some shoes.
Those are some expensive ass shoes. Be spending $100,000 on them, Mike.
Actually, I plan to diversify my portfolio.
All right, that was entertaining. I liked that little bit. I liked that. That was entertaining. Get me more Mark Briscoe, pal. All fantastic shows, pal. Whoop, whoop. This is going on Twitter world, or Xland, as they call it these days. It's like, we back. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we haven't seen any dives yet. And so far, only one match. 2 matches. Sorry, my bad.
Put all that other stuff aside. It's locked in. He knows that thought. Super dangerous.
Whoop, whoop.
Swerve Strickland saying it's buck hunting season, but fans, this past weekend at Dynasty, the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament for 2025 kicked off. Let's take a look at what went down.
Somebody needs to do, off of that promo that Swerve cut, somebody needs to do like a like create a picture of somebody, like do a picture of, like, do something of Swerve Strickland playing like Buck Hunt, like that Buck Hunter arcade game, and put the Young Bucks on the screen.
Jamie, you can say you don't doubt yourself because you beat me before, but in the Owen, it's going to be different. Maybe you will be heading to Owen. Or maybe I will. Because you see, I too am in the Owen Hart tournament. And hey, you never know. You and I could have fixed it all. Billy wants her moment. I merely want to fight. Let's see which one wins on Saturday, shall we? Right. Good luck against your match. You know, may the best woman win.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, and throw Spinaroonie in there too, pal.
And spot in the semifinals on the line. Thomas Foster, the EW Women's World Champion, will be joining us on commentary. And this Saturday night on Collision on TNT and match Jamie Hayter starts one-on-one in the opening round matchup. Plus Athena and Harley Cameron will face off this Saturday in Springfield, Massachusetts, with the winner going on to Boston 1 week from tonight. Dynamite.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. It'd be funny.
The Owen Hart Foundation tournament. We now know that Kyle Fletcher moving on to face the winner of Hangman Adam Page in the wild card. How do you prepare for a question mark?
It's a wild card. I don't know who the hell it is. I don't know what you want me to say. Okay, and I'm doing something.
Okay.
What? Something perfectly clear. And Dynasty
See, I was not trying to help Swerve. You understand me? And next week, I start dealing with it. You tell him if he so much thinks about getting in that way, I will pick up with him where I left off. There's something I've been wanting to tell you for the last year. Now, I can't talk for Swerve, but I really regret what I stop. Don't say it. You don't get it.
A very emotional Hangman Adam Page.
I guarantee you that I'm open to I'm open to potentially being wrong, but I'm willing to bet that this whole thing ends with Swerve and Hangman ended up teaming up it's going to end with a Swerve and Hangman teaming up at some point. And 0 belts so far, too. Hey, what's up, Final Boss Engage? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. You could definitely be better. That is for sure. I don't get it either, Todd. Oh, good, pal. Good to see you. How you doing? Hope all's well with you. Whoop, whoop. Yep, you get a belt. You get a belt. You get a belt. Everyone gets a belt. Now I need some of these cheese sticks. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really heard like a decent, like an actual like great Kenny Omega promo. He just seems like just a regular ass dude. That makes sense. That's a good word, drone. Yeah, that pay-per-view time is brutal. Absolutely brutal. And then you got an hour-long scrum after that? Like, bro.
$40,000 on the line in this next match. Ricochet. Actually,
No. No. Unless something's changed in the last, 48 hours, 24, 48 hours. Nah. Yeah, Ricochet's one of those rare dudes who left WWE, went to AEW, and actually elevated himself and got better and increased his stock. Swerve's I would throw Swerve in that category too. Except he's went above and beyond what Ricochet's done so far, but it's still early, still got time. Whoop, whoop. Tony Storm, I throw her in that category too. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to do like an American. Yeah, it seems like they're trying to do an American Psycho thing with him for a little bit there. All right, so we got some hard buffering, so we got to do a little reset. No big deal. There we go. We're back. Yeah, those are pretty good. Like especially like the babyface one was entertaining. I enjoyed that one the more out of the two. Yeah, there is something there is something there with Bayley. It's just it's like, okay, how do we tap into it and bring it out? Or rather, how what's the best way to how do you get that out of him and get the most out of it? And get max value out of it.
For the quarterfinal round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament for the victory over Kevin Knight. Hold the strip in the book and it worked. It's ready. Distracting Osprey. Leah Rush taking advantage. Now Holton will stop without Osprey. Action's ready. Legal man. Ricochet, of course, now Ricochet wants in. Osprey's down in the corner.
Yeah, for a lot of these wrestlers do like the 5-star, Dave Meltzer, like try to please Dave Meltzer. There is something there with them. Like they have charisma. There's character in them. Like they can do that stuff and do it well. It's just they're more focused on 5-star matches instead of being a character and being charismatic and getting over that way.
Again, we're seeing some great things happen here.
Like, this is a total house show match. Like, this is 100% for the crowd for the live crowd. This is not for the people at home. Yep. And Tony Khan is more interested in catering to that fan base they already have instead of expanding the audience. And it's going to be then that'll probably be the end of them at some point. Or at the very least as they are now. Because I don't think that Tony Khan will let AEW cease to exist. Like, even if they lose their TV deal or they don't get their contract renewed and can't get one with a different TV company, different network, they'll do something online. Dude, being a heel is pretty fun. And I can't remember Ricochet ever being a heel in WWE unless I missed something or forgot something. Yeah, Speedball's a good. He seems pretty decent. I like him. There's definitely something there with him. Yeah, or TKO's buy a network or start his own.
Shoulder blades up Ricochet.
Dude, are you kidding me? I mean, yeah, it was a bit that's messed up, dude. That is so messed up, Final Boss. Like, really, you're gonna send death threats to a dude because you didn't like the ending to a wrestling pay-per-view? That's why I can't stand like the typical internet, wrestling fan. Like, dude, like, these people are fucked. Yeah, but still, the fact that you'd even do that, it's just,
The firepower to Ricochet.
That's cool. Good for him. Hopefully he gets a nice payday. Yeah, but if you're, I get the jokes. Like, I get the joke, but at the same time, though, like, that ain't nothing to joke about. Like, if you're putting those pictures out there, that cannot be taken as a joke because somebody really died. Like, somebody was really killed. So if you're posting those pictures of that, then that's kind of what you're implying, and you can't really take that as a joke.
$400,000 on the line, live on Dynamite. This explosive 8-man tag. Speedball Mark Bailey, the Beast Mortals, the legal man, Bailey, the cover. Mortals able to kick out.
I mean, I didn't like the end of the pay-per-view either, but like, wish death on somebody over it? Like, really? Oh, I thought that was a horrible. I thought that was a It went too long, and it was a horrible ending. Yeah, if you got like the condensed version of it, it wasn't too bad. But if you had to sit there and watch, damn near all 5 hours of it, oof. Still no belts. And we're an hour in. Yeah, if they would have made those, if they would have had a different finish, maybe gotten rid of the Owen Hart tournament matches, and condensed the rest of the show, it would have been they would not have gotten that backlash, and it would have been a much better show. Whoop, whoop.
Phenomenal match. Really, you can see what they're fighting for.
Yeah, he does look like he's mostly muscle. He could have some of that weird ass, Bruce Lee type strength where like, Bruce Lee was a tiny dude, but strong as fuck. Oh, which one? A lot of moves going on in this match, pal. Yeah, I agree. I like that move as a finish. It's problem is that he has people kick out of it. Yeah, they're popping tonight, pal. So the babyface has got 400 grand to split amongst themselves. Whoop whoop. All right, well, we're doing a yeah, I know. It's such a risk with him. I don't know why he's doing that stuff. I'm with you, man. All right, 1 sec. Be right back. Gotta go ahead and take a quick piss break while doing a video package. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. We back.
All the best on his road to recovery.
Two belts. Agreed, final boss. We got a hard buffer going on, pal.
No such reservations. He and MJF, they go back.
Whoop whoop. Sorry about that. We're back. Nice. Very cool.
It's an official announcement from the Hurt Syndicate. Hawks jump up to get beat down. Two more challengers stepped up for the AEW Tag Team Championship. Two more challengers got beat down. So right now, if you all would be so kind in joining me and my
Let me check the timeline real quick. Final boss. 1 sec.
to celebrate yet another successful. You got the whole bottle. What do we do?
Yeah, I agree. He should have final boss, but he was out the door pretty much like not long after Cody won, like a month. He had his last match a month afterward. Yeah, that was a huge miss right there. Lashley and not doing Lashley and Cody, that was a miss. Huge miss.
Look at us, huh? Hey guys, I don't know if you heard, but we people, baby. Great, this is great. Guys, look at us, huh? Dripping in gold. You're welcome, by the way. I am so happy. This couldn't have came out a better
Yeah,
time.
Cody and Bobby could have been money.
That guy, Tony, Owen Hart Cup tournaments, like what? Sweat my balls off, break my back, wrestle every week like some. See, smarter, not harder. Now that I'm rolling with the syndicate, woo! Daddy gets to cut the line and get back what is rightfully mine, and that is that triple B, baby. I think this is a perfect business relationship. I'll scratch your guys' back by helping you maintain your tag team titles, because let's face it, without my help, woof. Now, you guys get to help little old me. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. So, Montel, serious question. How does the initiation process work? Do I have to sign a contract just like one of those old school Blood Brothers deals? Shut up, Max. Shut your freaking mouth. Everybody saw what you did last weekend.
Here's the thing, Todd, I have no idea. And that's what I like about this. I don't know where this is going. And I'm interested to see where it goes.
I thought was really cute, but you didn't get the job done. So, Max, that is yet another reason why we don't need you. Cool. And first of all, don't point at me. I said, point at you. Don't answer mouth at me. I will slap the piss out of you if you think you're gonna talk. Don't talk to me, or I will hurt you. I will hurt you. You better. Everybody just take it easy. Cool off a second. Sheldon, just give me a second here, all right? Max, you know how I feel about you. Go back. Go way back. Back. Feel about it's in order for you to be able to join the syndicate. You have to get 3 thumbs up. Now you guys already know how I feel. Sheldon, here we go, Sheldon. We go way back, baby. Right up.
Yeah, I know. They just like Dustin stepped in, and then they just dropped it. Exactly. Yeah, this is better for MJF than Jarrett. Yeah, I agree. Just finish this. Just finish a story. All right, and this is obviously still not over. Now we see how MJF, where he goes from here.
Megan, Bane, Penelope Ford. I had to catch up with you guys just to see how you were feeling following this honestly surprising loss.
100% agreed, Final Boss. It's just that they need to stick with it and see it through to its end, even if that end has to come a little bit earlier than they expect it to, because it's not getting over and not catching on.
No, everything is just gonna get worse. This division cannot move on because she won't let it. She's gonna be at Collision, and she doesn't care who.
Yeah, pal. Whoop, whoop.
She doesn't care how many. I will make you bow down. See what you do.
Yep, exactly, Final Boss. Or yeah, and WWE is they're either not consistent or they draw it out and like just milk it for so long to the point where you just don't give a shit anymore. Yeah, when was the last time we had a Big Annie, pal? Where's those? Whoop whoop. Yes. Yes, they do, Final Boss. Have some big old titties. Oh, dude, AEW. That I agree, but the AEW would never ever let Jerry Lawler anywhere near them. That would never happen. Or I mean, it's me some chili. Whoop whoop. Oh, he's here for the puppies, pal. Whoop whoop. Oh, jeez, dude. How about this? Bring back the team, the announced team of Jerry Lawler and Joey Styles.
Jamie Hayter and Billy Starks go one-on-one. But coming up next on Dynamite, we will have Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander facing off for us. And we will be joined here at the desk by none other than the AEW Women's World Champion, Timeless Toni Storm. Always an amazing moment when the Timeless One joins us.
3 belts. Oh yeah, the TNA day, TNN days, pal. Yeah, and the whole point of that was to explain why he's like now on ECW instead of WWE, if I remember correctly, unless I've got my timeline wrong.
We know Thunder Rosa very, very well.
Yes, my good friend and associate.
That's right. Very successful tag team together.
Oh, yes, the Thunder Tits.
Oh.
Man, some great announced teams right there, pal.
To learn more about the message and the mission of the Owen Hart Foundation, visit Owen Hart.
Oh, dude, Tenay and West were great. They were great. I loved them. Like when I think of TNA, to me, like that announced team was that's the announced team I identify with TNA. Like what TNA, like the actual OG TNA. Yeah, no bueno on this so far, pal.
This is Chris Statlander's third Hart Foundation tournament. Hey, we're going to be in Texas all week. Yeah, it's all in Texas week, starting July 9th at the Curtis Colwell Center, and then July 10th at the Curtis Colwell Center. Starcast going on Friday and Saturday, and then Ring of Honor for Dishonor going on Friday night.
Statlander. Times.
Very cool. Yeah, and AJ would be somebody who would know because he was there. Whoop, whoop. Chris Van Vliet.
So now, combination offense.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like the energy's kind of been sucked out of the room ever since the MJF segment. MJF Hurt Syndicate.
Trusty friend. Oh yes, we've been through it all. Me and Thunder. Been through it all. Great friends.
Now, Statlander looking to regain the advantage.
Yeah, she's a little bit awkward. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, none of them. Please. As much as I love these girls, this women's division is full of bloody flop fats. It's a flop fat factory. These are such good fierce competitors, I'd rather not. You know what I mean? Give me someone easier.
Yeah, say, takes the elbow drop, and now Statlander. Shibata's been doing that his whole career. Absolutely. Proud of it.
I would have my work cut out for me if I was in there with that Statlander, wouldn't I?
Yeah, she would.
Saturday Night Fever.
Well, yeah. Statlander is definitely an issue here for Thunder Rosa.
She says she's more than a woman, but I'd like to know what that means. Does that mean she's 2 women? Does that mean she's a woman and a half? I need to know these measurements.
She's like a subhuman woman. Yeah, that's what she is. There was a song, back in the day, More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees. By the Bee Gees, right? More than a woman.
Never heard of it.
More than a woman.
Statlander of Rosa now bringing a knee and another. Those knees are lethal. I tell you, Statlander.
Yes, I have heard that song. That's how I knew the lyric.
Which was mostly an advantage for Thunder Rosa early on in this match. Yeah, no, you're correct, Shibata, for sure. I try to stay there as long as you can if you're Statlander. Right. Remember, Thunder Rosa, of course, the injury to her back was why she had to vacate the AEW Women's World Championship. AEW Dynamite live on TBS, streaming on Max, and a spot in the semifinal round of the 2025 Owen Hart
Still at 3 belts. Yeah, I know. For real. Like low belt count Jones tonight for sure, pal. Whoop, whoop.
The last time I wrestled that Chris Statlander, he dropped me on my head and I lost 3 inches. Then I saw Mr. Javon and I got it right back. Same thing happened with Megan. Yes. Mighty Meg. Main event Meg.
Defeated this past Sunday at Dynasty.
I sure did.
Playing the big package.
Oh yes, the big package. It always does the trick.
Let's stop right there. Stanley, just runs around the door, but sticks. Statlander. Statlander, she got it. She got the referee. Like, come on. A heartbeat away from advancing to the semifinal. That was a strong, good kick out by Rosa. It definitely was. We may have asked this before, Chief, but how do you combat a power like this?
That's a good question. What the hell would I do?
Athletic. I mean, Chris Stanley, very similar, stylistically speaking. Megan King.
I am.
He's in fact another bull, pal. Whoop, whoop. Well, you know, you guys are in Jackson, you know, based out of Jacksonville, so you get some of that Florida advice, Florida water, B12, pal. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I know, for real, dude. Like, I think I still got another match to go for tonight. Shit. Yeah, homie needs a little smoky toky, so yeah, we're gonna be doing that. Whoop, whoop. Statlander over clean. Damn. Didn't see that coming. Ooh, that felt nice. Needed that one, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Semifinals, he waits for either Brody King or Kanosuke Takeshita. Kyle Fletcher likewise in the semis, facing Hangman Page or the wild card. And right now, understand Don Callis is standing by with both men of the family that are participating in the tournament. All signs are pointing and all roads are leading to a Proto Sheeta final.
for the Don Callis family, Owen Hart tournament. I mean, the protostar here, he already beat that degenerate Mark Briscoe. Even though Brody King got one over on the Don Callis family when he beat Lance Archer, I can tell you again, because we've got valuable intel, and you're in the ring, Brody King, with the Alpha. Look at these two. I mean, in their 20s, jacked, oiled up, hot, the talk of the town. Very healthy young men. You know who's not healthy? A couple other members of the Don Callis family. So I'm going to put it out there officially tonight. The Don Callis family, given the rash of injuries that has taken place, is now accepting potential new members. Send your resume, send your picture, send your bank account number, because as these guys are proven, this is straight to the top. Wow, man. Dallas, all would have...
Callis family open for business, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Versus Kyle Fletcher, family versus family. Don said he didn't want any part of that, but also taking place this past Sunday at Dynasty. 17 years in the making, in the very city where he began his pro wrestling journey. Adam Cole claimed the TNT Championship for the very
Yeah, you need some fresh young meat, pal.
There's been a lot of ups and downs for us in AEW, boys. Since I joined the Undisputed Kingdom, we've been chasing that one moment.
4 belts.
To kick the are the elite of the elite, and watch us as we collect moment after moment after moment.
Speaking of moments, Kyle, I think it's about time that we have our moment.
And Roddy, you will. Because excellence is not just defined by your successes. Excellence is defined by how you handle your failures. The past 2 years, I've been through hell and back. They were 2 of the most challenging years, not just of my career, but of my life. And now I stand before you, the face of TNT, your new AEW TNT champion. And trust me when I tell you, this is just the start for the 3 of us. Because it's a new era here in all elite wrestling. Because we are the paragon. And that is undisputed.
Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, the Paragon.
Yes, he does. He's getting a little, he's digging a little deep there, pun intended.
Well, if you notice something missing from Chris Jericho's weight, it is the Ring of Honor World Championship. This event Sunday. In a mass Chris Jericho's shows a sloppy disposal of that baseball bat on him. Yeah, you can see right there Bandita's brother and sister, and the match was restarted. We've got a fantastic moment for Bandito claiming the Ring of Honor World Championship for the second time. And I think also of equal importance, maintaining that mask, which is so important, such a big part of Lucha Libre culture.
I am the legendary Chris Jericho. But I am no longer the Ring of Honor World Champion. On Sunday, I lost my match. I lost my tooth. And I lost my title. And even though it's very disappointing.
Yeah, no Mercedes. Yeah, she carries 4 right there. So that's, yep.
Congratulations, Bandito. You pulled it off. After months of conflict with one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time, me.
Oh, that's gross, dude. Ew.
He won the title and he saved his mask. Of course, with the assistance of his intrusive siblings and his stooge of a mother.
But I get it. He's got his family, and I got mine. So I'm going to bring him out right now. Please welcome Big Bill and Brian Keith.
Big Bill, the Redwood, the Bad Apple Brian Keith, the men that challenged the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, it's interesting that I was mentioned on a second that these two men didn't come out with Chris, though, but maybe we'll find out. We're going to continue.
Jericho, he was trying to motivate, trying to light a fire under Brian Keith and Big Bill, and ultimately they were unsuccessful challenging the Hurt Syndicate for the World Tag Team Championship. But MJF, that right hand, that time went down the ring, that undoubtedly played a role in how that match turned out.
But Big Bill and Brian Keith gave it a shot, won a match that MVP told them had to go out and win some matches. They won, and they got a title shot. Of course, Big Bill knows what it's like to be a World Tag Team Champion in AEW. You know, I was hoping that all three of us would have championships here tonight, because I was hoping that the two of you would win the AEW World Tag Team Championships at Dynasty. But you didn't do it, did you? And that's why I wanted to...
I mean, they never do, pal. They never will.
Look, Chris, I already know what you're going to say. You're angry. And you have every right to be angry. In fact, I've been getting real angry a lot as of late. He needs to hear this, and I know that you know that because we have spoken. Chris, I had the utmost respect for you. You are one of the greatest of all time. You are one of the most decorated performers ever in the history of this industry. And that's why I decided to join the learning tree, because I wanted to learn from you. But I did not sign up to be your punching bag whenever things go wrong. So, if we are...
Oh, yeah, are those guys probably like they're doing more in ROH, right?
But if we are here so that you can berate us and publicly humiliate us, then let me know right now. And I can leave. And I know Brian feels the same exact way. Do ya? Because that's not why I brought you out here. That's not why I brought either one of you out here. And if that's what you think, then you have a lot more to learn than I thought. I believe in you. And when I said I wanted you to win the world championships, I meant it. Because I care about both of you. I handpicked both of you to stand by me, to teach you, to help you. And believe me, I don't have to help anybody in AEW if I don't want to. Okay? But you have potential. You're future world champions. And that's why your victories are my victories. And your failures are my failures. And that's why I'm empathetic to you, Bill, for not being there for me on Sunday when I needed you most. I lost the Ring of Honor Championship, and you weren't there. Somebody said it's your fault that I lost that match. But I'm not saying that. I don't believe that at all.
It's okay. Because I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Disappointed. I'm disappointed.
Same old story, same old song and dance.
You. Until you change that, I think it's best that I leave.
Chris just unhinged here. Wow.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening, Todd. I think he sees the writing on the wall. He knows the Titanic has hit the iceberg. It's a matter of time before it sinks. Yeah, we're all disappointed, pal. Suck on a maple leaf, buddy. All right, Todd, always a pleasure getting to hang and chat with you, man. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Comment King out. Whoop, whoop.
Let's see who can survive. The best wrestler alive. It's gone dark here in Philadelphia.
Oh, damn, that sucks, dude. That sucks. Dude, at least they were able to like call the finish on the fly because Swerve's finishes are perfect for that. Right, hey, I'm already like on my knees, holding my ankle, just kick me in the back of the head, and we'll go home. Whoop, whoop. I need to go grab some more crackers for my chili. Be right back. Yeet. Oh, damn. I'm sorry. We missed this. Some of this.
But little George Costanza is kind of funny.
Look, right now, we're trying. Come here. Honey, this is an A-B conversation, so why don't you see you little skink ass out of here? Bye-bye. Catch you around. I'm so sorry you have to see that, Martel. But I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little bit perturbed, okay? Can I ask you a question? Plain as simple. Sure, go ahead. Do I look like a female dog to you, Martel? No, Max. What's your point? My point is, then why do I keep getting treated like some bitch? Okay? Hell, I am Martel. I'm actually, yeah. Okay? They know exactly who you are. Your reputation precedes you. Now, this is business. We're businessmen. In the world of business, you get your consumer, you find out what they
What?
I liked that. I liked that. That's good business right there, pal. See what I did there? And it's chili time. Whoop whoop. Man, that is delish. Whoop whoop. So yeah, we're still currently at a belt count of 4. Whoop whoop. Man, yeah, low count tonight. Whoop whoop. Is it just me, or has Dynamite tonight been a lot more digestible than usual?
Jericho continuing his tamper team, more dangerous than ever now. I'm not sure what to make of all of this.
Introduces first, at a combined weight of 451 pounds, they are 2/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions. Who will Claudio?
And they do not have the belts with them, so the belt count remains at 4. So yeah, unless anything changed, that is the official count for tonight. 4. Damn.
soldiers. Right? Got to agree. John Moxley's iron fist. Yeah. Yeah, they have. Along with Pac, obviously. But yeah, I mean, like, they're gonna have the handful here in this matchup. The both teams are kind of evenly matched up in essence. It's this guy with the thumbs out. Is he another Don Callis impersonator? Yeah, the scar on him. Yeah. What's going on? For the gold-hearted handsome devil, Hook, Samoa Joe.
It's time for the main event.
Samoa Joe and Hook. Yeah, from different generations of this great sport, but a lot of similarities. I mean, in their styles, obviously, years apart in their experience.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to Dynamite a few years ago when Samoa Joe, he was AEW World Champion. Actually, it was just over a year ago. He was AEW World Champion. Hook challenged Samoa Joe, and I think on that one, that night, Hook earned the respect of Joe.
I think you might be right about that. That was an epic battle that those two men did against each other, for sure. Big support in Baltimore here for Samoa Joe. Well deserved. You just kicking it off against Joe.
Step there by Wheeler Yuta, Samoa Joe.
He's got to try to sprint this here against Joe. Enough size for Joe, obviously.
He's doing right now, Taz, but Joe will not let go. Joe maintaining control of the wrist. Wheeler Yuta, but Yuta. A highly proficient technical wrestler, and that's only increased since coming under the tutelage of John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Pac. Yeah, I don't blame.
And delicious chili, pal. Whoop, whoop. So we're going to have Overrun Jones tonight, pal. Yeet.
The last one, but that's by design. It's Joe's way to have a game plan and it works. The chops are behind the worst.
Joe beat the brakes off me in one of my first matches in professional wrestling. I remember it quite well. Would love to have seen that one. For him, it was just a hook back and Wheeler Yuta up to the corner and fan. We're gonna stick
Just another Friday.
He's going past the top of the hour. Looks into the corner by Wheeler Yuta. It's been a great night, guys. Top to bottom, it really has. There, sent Yuta to the outside. The right hand was blocked. Now Yuta out to the floor. Yuta up the boot. Wheeler Yuta goes down.
Yep, picture in picture right at the top of the hour.
Tied him in the ropes on that. No, you're right, Shivani. All the influence of John Moxley. Yeah, I mean, it's, see right now, they know the Death Rider Stone, they got Hook in a bad way right now. The cold-hearted handsome devil is down and in bad shape right now. Joe knows it too. Drunk manipulation, locks up the wrist here. Cassignoli now going to work on that left arm of Hook. Hook the ground, and he's trying to hand fighting, trying to break that grip of Claudio Castagnoli, but easier said than done. Claudio's grip is among the most powerful. It's going to sink these words out of my mouth. I mean, right, trying to break the grip, but
Gotta make sure you get that tag in, pal. And the ref sees it.
For a number of years early in his career, he was part of a very formidable tag team. I'm thinking of the Kings of Wrestling alongside Chris Hero. They ran roughshod over tag team pro wrestling internationally on the independent scene. Claudio knows how to be a tag team wrestler at the highest level, and I'm sure those are lessons that he's imparted on him. Nice fisherman throw down by Yuta. Very well done. Good kick out by Hook. Yuta was on the tippy toes on that fisherman suplex. Hook, though, trying to make his way to the corner, though. At every turn, his progress has been stymied by Claudio Castagnoli. And when the ring gets cut in half, it's difficult. I've been there. It's rough to get your partner when you know you need to. Yeah, especially when you got Claudio Castagnoli hooked on you. You know, a lot of times, great athletes, you know this, not only have great offense, but also great reserve. You have to, right? No matter what sport you play, to your point, you've got to have the resiliency to hang on and be tough. In my opinion, that's what real toughness is. It's not if you can beat someone up, right, how much punishment you can take. Good call. Well, you can see
Doggo might want in. Nope, he's cool chilling outside, so that's cool with me. Luckily, he's a husky, so the only time he's really bothered by the weather is when it's really hot and humid, or if it's raining, and he hates the rain, but he loves the snow.
Very strong legs by Hook. I mean, he's had that even from back in his lacrosse days. But she actually competed right here on this campus in the game with Rob, by the way. Put that out there. Welcome back to EW Dynamite. Main event is live in the ring.
Yeah, come back from picture in picture after the top of the hour.
It has been all Death Riders as Samoa Joe trying to lean in, trying to get the tap from Hook. Hook's got to drive him out, some sort of comeback here. His elbow in the midsection. She's got to get a nice arm drag, but kind of a drop sign out, actually. But Yuta back up to this. Oh, the flurry of offense shut down. Survive. Was close. Was. He's been taking a ton of punishment, as you pointed out, extended by this giant man here, Claudio, and Yuta throughout the break. Getting cocky here is Claudio. I don't blame him. He's got Hook where he needs him. You know about Hook. You know that he will not back down. Even from a larger opponent. No. The Death Riders trying to make the surge forward, but Claudio Castagnoli by Hook, locked up, and with a knee strike. It's just tough to bring his cut. The Hook to get to Joe in the straight. Beautiful T-bone there. Oh, brother. Hook, take it, Claudio.
That might have been the most safest, like, turnbuckle suplex bump I've ever seen. Like, scene done, because I should submit that to Stevie Richards as a potential what went right, because it looked like vicious, but like at the same time, if you actually like pay attention to it and look at it, oh, that was actually a pretty safe bump. It just looked like his legs landed and fell into the corner. Granted, they could have also gotten extremely lucky there. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it went right.
Claudio there. And now they sense. They know they got Hook here. Wow, that determination Hook is unbelievable. That left shoulder came up. You just thought he had him. The last possible moment. Referee Bryce Remsburg confirming it was just a 2 count. It was a 2 count. Snap to the inside. It's on. Inside the ring. Hook is looking for Red Bermuda. He's got his left arm on the ropes in there. Shibata earlier tonight. Exactly right. That's how the Death Riders work. They work as a unit. He was trying to break the grip on Red Rum. I don't know if it can.
All right, I gotta give AEW their props. They actually had something that they started at the beginning of the show, they paid off at the end of the show. No, I thought this was actually some decent booking to establish the Ops as a as a threat to the Death Riders. But now you got to have what's your Shafir run in with the chair and clip people in the back in the kneecaps with it.
Shibata. There's too many of them, and you can count Marina also. What the hell is this? Oh, yeah. The legs are up, and no, this is horrible. Oh, no, he's making neutralizer out of it. Oh, no, he's getting the kid's gonna be medical help.
I gotta give dude, that was actually pretty like damn near precise placement on Hook with that bump. Like he got him right in between those legs. Like, yeah, it's still a dangerous bump, and I'm like, nah, I'm not taking that. But I gotta give Claudio his props. He did a good job placing, making sure to keep Hook safe and place him correctly.
Who's got a mic in hand here? You cowardly sons of bitches! You see, in the Baltimore, they get to a fist fight. And it seems like the Death Riders are acting more like a bunch of dick riders right now. So I say, we make it real simple. The Hump versus the Death Riders. And we're coming to the trio.
saying words. The Humps are coming for the AEW World Trios Championship. What a great night, guys.
All right, so how are they going to handle that whole thing with Pac actually being hurt and probably being out for a while? All right, so the official bell count for tonight was 4. 4, pal. None of us got it. So yeah, this is where the watch along will end for tonight. Scheduled for the rest of the week. Tomorrow we got the TNA Impact watch along. Friday Locker Room, SmackDown watch along. And then Saturday, of course, we got Smack Attack. Saturday night is still up in the air, but the plan as of now is HMG After Dark. If anything changes, we'll let you know. Then Sunday, of course, The Wreckage. And then Sunday night, HMG After Dark. And Monday Locker Room, Raw watch along, Impact Attack. But as far as tonight goes, the party will keep going for tonight. About 10-15 minutes. Give you guys a little bit of a break. Give me a little bit of a break. 10-15 minutes. Keep it going. Twitch.tv/LG Brandon. Whoop whoop. Hope to see you on the other side, pal. Go to the bathroom. Get yourself something to drink. Get yourself something to eat. Do whatever you need to do. And we'll see you there, pal. Whoop whoop yeet yeet. Much love. Yeah, pal.